I think. Maybe. Okay, getting things set up. Let's see here. Yep, we are. All right. Nice. I got it in first shot. Okay, I'm a little crooked. Let me fix that. I think that will do it. Hold on, let me check here. Okay, yeah. Then I'm going to lift up a little bit right there so you all can see a little bit better there. That do it? Yeah, perfect. All right. Thanks for bearing with me as I get that all set up. Because I had to hit record and then quickly put it up onto the table so that you all can see a little bit better. Or so that, yeah, well, I have to see. That way you guys can see what I'm seeing better. All right. Anyhow. So, yeah, here we are. We're on a Tuesday night. We're going crapless. And I figured I've been playing with a little bit or several different strategies here going into crapless as we try to find a method that's going to work for us to allow us to make some money while we're playing crapless craps. Because I have had the big stigma of getting up here and then just getting stuck and not being able to make a profit. I lose more money than I would win by playing crapless craps. And so we're going to try to come in, keep in mind, hey, skill, yep, bankroll, we're going to come in, I'm going to come in with 600 today. I'm going to try to play it like I'm playing regular craps versus crapless, just from a mentality standpoint, and see if we can't make some money. So we're going to kind of play a little light. I want to start off today. We're going to play the come going up to crapless. So I'm going to throw here towards my chips. I've got my dice here on the other end. We're just going to stick 15 on the pass line and kind of get things started. You know what? Hold on. Before I even do this, I was testing this out here last night. I'm going to put a quarter on the field bet because we are playing crapless. That'll also help me kind of double dip as we play a little bit. So the come out roll, we're going to start off with a 6, a 5-1. All right. So we lose out on our quarter. No big deal. And then we will put $15 minimum table is what we're going to go with because that is what you mostly will see in Kansas City. So we're just going to stick to that. $15 is what we've got here on our come. Okay. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me okay. If you guys are having troubles hearing me, let me know. I can try to do a few adjustments. I noticed that last week that my mic cut out on me, so I apologize about that, but yeah. All right, 9. So let me fix these chips here. Take this, put it up on the 9, and then I'm going to go start off a little heavy. Hey, what's going on? Thanks. I appreciate you coming and checking in. And okay, thanks, Skill. I'm going to say Stefan. I'm not exactly sure, but thanks for congratulating and joining us. All right, so we've got the 9 marked. I forgot the come bet, but I'm going to put it up there as I got distracted. So I apologize if that offends anybody, but this is the method that we're going with, so we're going to stick to it. $50 there. I'm going to stick another 15 on the come. Okay. Again, we're just trying to find something that would hopefully work for us in a casino playing crapless craps. And there's the 7. And this is where I usually start getting stuck. So maybe I should have only gone with quarters on the odds for those come bets. Now, these are just going to wash out because this pays, this loses here on the pass line. So those just wash. And I'll put it right there. Okay, well, that did not work. So we'll leave 15 here. Let me chuck those down there. 15 here on the pass line. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try. Okay, I got it. We're going to go 15 on the extremes. And then let me grab a little bit more red. 3, 4, and 5. And then I need to have another nickel on that. All right, so I'm going to try extremes. And then that goes right here. We're going to work the come out. So I'm actually going to work the 2, 3, 11, and 12 here on the come out. Just because I don't have as much to fear on losing it. There's a hard 4. Okay, so 4. That's going to mark our point. Now, what I'm going to also do is I'm also going to stick a quarter on the field, and I'm just going to keep it like this. I'm not going to put any more on there. My hope is that I get a couple of those extremes hit, and then I can start building up on what I've got. There's a 3. Perfect. All right, so 15 is going to pay us 45. And then remember, we've got 60 here, so I'm just going to collect that 45, and I'll put that right here so you guys can kind of see that as I'm going. And I also get paid a quarter here, right? And I had 60 up there, and now I've got 65, so we are now clear of the hand. Now I'm going to keep it just like that, and now I can start pressing. At least that's the idea. All right, there's a hard 10. Okay, so we're going to get paid down here. And what I'm going to do is, since the hand is paid for, I'm going to go ahead and just mark that on the 10. And we'll just play it like that. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, crapless craps, it has been kind of a thorn in my side. Oh, that's beautiful. A thorn in my side as I try to play because I stumble. All right, so we've got 15 there. That's going to pay us 75 and plus another 50 here. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is working out perfectly. Now, I am having to dip into what I've won this hand, but I still got 55 there. So I'm down $5 essentially on what we have on the table. I could have, oh wow, dice off. I could have removed that field bet, but I didn't. So with the dice off, I'm going to go ahead and remove that off, and we'll just keep it like that. Again, the only thing I did was I just used what the casino paid me to get money up onto the crapless table. All right, cool. So we've got an 11. That, again, is going to pay me 45. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that and turn it into a quarter. And again, we are now free and clear. So this is what we started off with on the hand, $60. And then I also had 15 on the pass line, so I'll take that into account. And now I am up currently $10 on this roll. Announce all rolls, please. Okay, that was a yo. Thank you, Skill. That was a yo, 5-6. I forgot. I apologize. All right, here we go. We get a 6-4. That's an easy 10. So I need to drop $1 for a vig. Actually, I won't even take it from that. I'll take it from here. All right, so 4 right there. Hit the 10, so that's going to pay me 50 for 1. And then what I will do is I'm actually going to take the 3 and I'm going to kick it up to a quarter and take the 15 off. Again, just little pressures. Just so that, what was the roll before the 11? It was a 3. I'm pretty confident that's what that was. Yeah, a 3. Because I only had 15 on it. Or no, yeah, it was a 3. And there's an easy 8. It's a 6-2. That's going to pay me 35. I'll take it up to 60. I could take it up to 90. But again, I want to still get a little bit of money off the table as I go. That was an 8-6-2. So here is our next roll. We get a 4-1-5. All right, there's 35. Again, I'll collect 10, make the 550. Now, am I taking this too slow, or should I be power pressing this? I guess it all would depend on how the dice are working out for me. There's a 3. Okay, awesome. All right, so I need to drop them a $1 vig. I get 75. All right, so I'm going to put a quarter on the 3 and stop. So I'll take 50 off of that. I don't know. What do you think, Skill? Am I being, well, you'll probably tell me I'm being too aggressive as is. You're more of a reserved player. 4-2, easy 6. I joke when I say that. We'll take that up to 60 and I'll collect a nickel. I almost feel like, I don't know, I have a hard time judging when to go full throttle and when to take it easy. I'm getting close to the point where I would start applying the gas. All right, so that'll pay me 75 and that's a $1 VIG. I'm gonna put a quarter there, and you know what? I'm actually gonna make both the 3 and 11 75 now, each. I think I'm gonna start applying a little bit more pressure. Next roll we get 7. All right. So maybe I was too conservative early, but I again wanted to get my money off of the table, which I did. So maybe I need to really just hammer home after I get clear my money off the table. All right. What was that roll? It was a 617. Thank you. All right. So let me count how much I've got. So there is 100. This is what I earned this roll. So that's 150, 175, 192. All right, so that's how much I made in total. Now, remember, we started off with $60, $75, so all of that is profit. This is what we started off with, even covering our pass line. What's the roll before 7? It was a 3, a 1, 2, 3. And then I rolled that 7 because, or no, it was 11 because I hit the 11 and then I split it between the 3 and 11 because it was 3, then the 11, and then now the 7. I'll get you, Skill. I promise. I promise. I'll get you. All right. So we made a little bit of money that roll. We lost a little bit the previous roll. I'm not going to do a full bankroll countdown just yet. Let's do one more. So I'm going to try that again. I'm going to put 15 on the extremes. And then 15 and 15. Turn the puck off. And actually this roll, I'm going to go with 75 on the pass. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to go with 60 on the pass. Just make it an easy, even 60 and play a quarter on the field. All right, as long as you're out of the hand, you can press any way you wish. Yeah, that's true. I probably could have made a little bit more money because we did hit the 3 and 11 a couple times, and so maybe I should have pressed those a little bit harder when I was hitting those, but we live and learn and we move on. All right, here is the come out roll. Everything is working. We get a 549. Hey, actually, that was a pretty good roll. All right, so that's going to pay us a quarter down here. And again, I'm just going to collect this because I need to collect 60, technically 120, but yeah, 549 was that roll. Here is our next roll. We have a 5-3 easy 8. All right, so we lose our quarter. I'll put the quarter right back. And I'm not going to push on to the inside just yet. I just want to take it kind of easy without overexposing myself. There's a 7. Okay. So I lose anyways. That's the downside of trying to be aggressive and use the pass line to cover. But if I would have hit a 7, it would have wiped out my extremes and I wouldn't have had any way to recover from that. Okay, so that's not going to work for us. It did the first time. It did not this time. So what do we do now? Martingale? Sorta? I'm kind of liking the thought process of working these extremes on the come out. So I'm going to go a little aggressive this hand, put quarters on them, and just $25 on the actual pass line itself. Here's the come out roll. It's a boxcars. That could not have gone better for us. It could have had I had money on the field as well. But okay, so we are now clear of this hand because there's $150. All right, skill. Because I hit that 12, do I use it to cover all my numbers on the inside? Or should I maybe play the extremes with a iron cross mixed in on the 5, 6, 8 and field bet? Options. We have options. Anybody else? And this goes to anybody out on the chat. Does anybody? What do you guys think I should do? Should I go 5, 6, 8 field? Should I just go ahead and put all my numbers covered? Because I think I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'd have to add 10. Yeah. The hell with it. Let's try it. Let's give it a whirl. That's why we're doing this, right? We're trying out as many methods as we can. We hit that extreme. That was a beautiful hit on that 12. So why not take advantage? Let's go. Let's see what we can do. I wouldn't cover all the numbers, but I would start to come inside a little. Yeah, that's true. But there's an 8. So, I mean, it already benefited us. And it's a good thing we didn't do the iron cross because I would have made next to nothing. So I'm just going to turn it into 60. Yeah. It really is just, it's tough which way to go. And there's a 7. And so, yeah, there you are. You are correct. Why is that dollar right there? You are correct. I should have just banked it and moved on. All right. So that hurt. Let's try again. And I think if it hits this time, I'm going to just press what is extra. Okay, so we'll toss that down. It was a 617 on that last roll. So let's shake up the dice and do a come out here. Again, everything is working. So there is a 63999 meaner. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a quarter on the field bet. Again, just utilizing the field to try to help fill in those numbers up above, but our main income will come from those extremes. Next roll is a 639. Okay, so we get a 9 right back. I only earn a quarter on this roll, but I'm going to take it because we did get it kind of thumped a little bit on that last one. It was a 9, so I'm just going to put that on the 9, and I'm only going to work the extremes in the field. The 9 will be turned off. All right, here's our next roll. 3. Perfect. Oh. Yes, that was a great hit. All right, so we get paid down there on the field. I got to drop a $1 VIG. I get paid $75 there. All right, so that pays me $100. So I'm covered there. So I'm going to collect that. I'm going to leave the 9 where it is. The 3, I will actually go ahead and put that behind on the pass line odds. Even though it's just a quarter, we all know we get paid better down on the odds than we do up on the numbers. Here we go. A lot of my videos, I leave them up on the numbers just because I think it's easier for you guys to see. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel that you guys can see better without as much movement while I'm doing the videos. There's a 4, so we're going to get paid a quarter there. Now, since we are covered with our place bets up here, I'm going to take the 4, and I'm just going to go like that. And then once I start from the field, if I hit like a repeater with one of the numbers that I have on the table, I'll just use that to start covering the 5, 6, and 8. And there's the 9. All right, so I get paid a quarter there, and I get paid 35 here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover the 6 and 8 with those, just like that. Now the last hard number we got to get is the 5. And the only reason we got that is because we hit a repeater. 8. Okay, so here's the problem, is I'm going to lose the quarter. I get paid 35. I'll put the quarter there, take 10, get paid there. So we got that 8 covered in time. We are looking for a 3, or, well, yeah, a 3, 5, or 10 need to be covered. So we need to get those covered. We get aces. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, so I get paid 50 there. I'm going to drop them a quarter. They're going to pay me another 150. We have now hit the aces and the 12 today. That's nice. Okay, so because I'm only missing 2 numbers up here, I'm just going to put $50 there, and I'm going to collect 100. Skill will be so proud of me that I'm only pressing a little bit. All right, so we'll put that $100 there. Oh, and I got this 50 up here too. But you know what? I can even pull this. And why not? Yeah, I'm just going to put pass line odds. I'll make my pass line odds 75 now. Might as well press that up. All right, here comes our next roll. We get a 6-5 yo. Yo, 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 yo. All right, so let's drop them a vig. I need $1. I've got $4 change. I also get $75. Now, because that's 75 and that's my 3, this is kind of a pressing the sisters method. I should have done them at the same time, but I'm still just going to kind of follow that logic and bump my 11 up to 75 and collect a quarter and take my vig back. Moderation. Yes, moderation. But at the same time, you have to get a little aggressive when you are pressing your best, just because you want to take advantage of those repeaters. 9. All right, that's going to pay us 35. I'm going to collect 10 and make the 950. And you know what? Even though I've got my pass line odds at 75, because I have hit, I've banked $100 twice, I've even got that $75 covered from my initial buy-in. 8. All right. Wash, rinse, repeat. Make 30 look like 60, and I'll collect a nickel. Still collecting a little bit of money off of it, but I think we're getting pretty close where I need to just turn the brakes off and get some hits. There is a 1, 3, 4, easy 4. All right, so we will drop them with $1 vig, and that's going to pay me $50, and I'm going to press both my 4 and 10 up to 50. I'm trying to quickly get $100 chips. That's kind of why I press the way I press and don't collect as much as I probably should at times. Oh, there's the point. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. All right. And we had a decent amount here on the back. Yes, it's only 75, but that pays us what? 150, 225. So you get paid 225 on the back and a quarter on the front. I can hear Skell yelling at the TV now. You better bank that, Bob. You better bank it. Don't make me come through that TV. I'm waiting for the smart-ass remark. All right, I'm banking all of that. Because that's a really good hit. So our puck is off now. And here we are. Come out roll is a 5, 4, 9. 9 is our point. Okay, I'm going to take my $50. I'll put it up back there. Now, if during the roll I start pressing my 5 above 50, I'm then going to also press my 9 and just press that like the sisters method. Next roll is an easy 4, a 1, 3. All right, so I've got $50 there. Drop them $2 on the vig. That pays me $100. I'll take that. I don't have any money on my 3. Oh, that's because I took it and put it down there. All right, so let's, it was originally a quarter. So let's put that on the 3, but I have 75, so why not? We'll just keep it even with the 11. Okay. Oh, we got $100 on the last hit. Yeah, because it was a 4. I'm going to take 50 of it. I'm going to press up my 4 and my 10, make those each 75. Wasn't thinking about that. Still want to press, even though I collect a little bit. There's a 7. Okay, 4, 3. So I was able to get a little aggressive. I don't think I was overly aggressive there, but I still did lose a little bit. So how much did we make? That's the important thing. So there's 300, 475, That's $501, 501. And we had $125 when we started. All of that up there is profit. So $376 is what we made profit on that. I'm okay with that. Well, obviously I'm okay with that. But, you know, for being kind of a choppy table, we had we had an okay hand at first, then we had a PSO practically, and then we got that. How did that feel to you? You know, not horrible, because it's like, even if I only do the 15s on the 2, 3, 11, and 12, it's really just dependent on hitting those extremes and then utilizing the field. The only thing I don't have covered is the 5, 6, 8, and I'm okay. I'm willing to lose that, especially if I can get one of these 4 to hit. It really accelerates being able to get inside, especially if that 2 or 12 hit. That was the total game changer there. So I like the $25 level on these. The $15 level obviously is exactly the same, but I was able to really build up my bankroll faster. But I know that even though, yes, I can build it up faster, you can also lose it faster. And that's only because there's a ton more space. Well, I say a ton more. There's 4 more spaces to have money onto and lose. Hold on, gotta take a drink. Hold on. There we go, much better. Sorry, you had to listen to me. Okay, so we're gonna try this again, and I am gonna go with that $25 level. And actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a little more aggressive, and I'm gonna go with $50 on each spot, and I'm gonna put $100 on the pass line. The pass line. And that's where we're gonna start, because we had a good roller last one. Let's see if we can't keep the good juju going. Come out roll is a 5, 6, yo. Oh, all right. And we had $50 on that. So I need to drop them $2. I get $3 back. And that's going to pay me a nice, cool $150. So I'm almost free and clear off of the table. And actually, I got to take that into account too. So I've got $100, $200, $300 total. I've got half of it back already, which I can't complain about. All right, so that was a yo 11. One hit, bang. Now I realize that's not going to happen every time. Oh, before I even throw, almost forgot. I'm going to put $50 on my field. Yes, I am getting a little more aggressive, but let's see if we can't make things happen. Here we go. Next roll is a 9. All right, so we get paid $50 here. I'm going to just collect that. That gives me 200 of the 300 I need. Should I collect, or should I be pressing that? I think a lot of it just depends on your level of comfortableness. There's a 10. All right, so there's my second hit on the field. That gives me 250. And let's roll again. Here we go. There is a 4, 2, 6. Okay, we lose our 50 there. That's okay. And I will put 50 more, and I'll take that straight out of what I've just been collecting. So now I'm down to 200. All right, our next roll, we get a 6. All right, so that is the second time we've seen this 6 pop up. So I lose that 50. I'm now going to put $60 on the 6. And I'll put $50 more there. All right, so we're kind of eating into what we were winning there, but I'm trying to cover that 6 because it's popped on us a couple times. 9, okay? $50. So we've got 190 here that we have covered. What do you think of doing it like that, Skill? Where if I see a number popping up a couple times, I go ahead and just hit the put some money on the number. There's an 8. All right, so we lose that. I think it's a way to play the dice or play the table as the dice are hitting. So I've seen the 8 once. We'll roll it again. We get a 6, 3, 9. All right, that is actually the second time I've seen that 9 hit. So I'm going to put the $50 that I just got right there. I think by playing a little bit slower, I'm not as protected, and I feel a little worried about that, but I'm okay. Let's keep going. Ah, dang it. I shouldn't have said anything. All right. Yeah, that was a 3, 4, 7. So we got bit in the butt on that one. So that's not going to work for us. Yes, we did get recoup some of it off of the table. Not as much as I would have liked. Okay, so I'm going to try the 15 level. As long as you're content content and okay when it goes down. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting that could possibly happen, and that's why I went ahead and just tried it. I mean, because we had that really good roll last time. And so I was just trying to piggyback off of that. So we're going to go $60 on the field, or on the place bets on the 2, 3, 11, and 12, $25 on our field, and $25 on our pass line. Yeah, I mean, it's rough, but at the same time, I was really hoping to kind of push right through that. Okay, so hey, there we go. There's the 3. We're going to get paid a quarter down here, and I'm going to get paid $45 here. All right, so because it was a 3, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to cover the 4 and 10. That would be the extremes on a regular craps table, and I'm going to stop. I'll go ahead and take that 15. I could put it somewhere on the table, but I'm just trying to work those extremes on the crapless and then also on the craps table. There's an 8. I lose my field bet. Put another quarter right back. Let's move forward. So we're looking for extremes. Next roll we get a 6, 2, easy 8. All right. So that 8 has now popped twice. So I'm going to put $30 on that 8. I'm going to buy some quarters. I don't like having to break those black chips down, but we need it. All right, and I'll put quarter on the field again. All right, so we now got that 8 covered now that it's hit us back to back. Our next roll is a 4. 1, 3, 4. All right, so I need to drop them a vig of $1. Get paid 50 there and a quarter there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my 5 and 6 and just collect that quarter. My 9 still has a hole in it, so you know what that means, right? That means it's going to be a 9. All right, here we go. Here is our next roll. We get, hard 4. Okay, that's even better. All right, so let's drop them a $1 vig for 50. And, oh, come here. I can't reach that far. I also get paid a quarter there. All right. So we just picked up 75. I'm going to put a quarter there, and I'm going to collect the other 50. So currently I've got $90 here, and we had 60, 85. All right, so the brakes are off. We now have recouped what we initially put on the table. There's a 10. Oh, I meant to take the field bet off, but you know what? That works. All right, we need to pay a vig of $1. I'm just going to take all that off. I'm going to put $50 on the 10, $50 on the 4. Yes, I did include that quarter from the field as part of my 4. So on the 4 and 10, I have 75. The 5, 6, 8, 9 have a quarter level, with the 6 and 8 obviously being at 30. And then the 2, 3, 11, and 12 are all at $15. Our roll is a 2, 3, 5. All right, that's going to pay us 35, and I'm going to kick it up to 75. I'm power pressing using the money that I have collected up to this point. Yes, I know I shouldn't be doing that because that is part of my initial investment, but I want to power press. There's an 8, 6, 2. All right, so that's going to pay me 35. I'm going to kick that up to 90 by power pressing. And let's keep going. I figure if I power press fast, especially if I'm able to get it like early on in the roll, I could hopefully beat the law of averages. All right, so that's going to pay us 35. It was a 6, hard 6. I'm going to bump that up to 90. There we are. At least that's my thought process. Power press fast, get your money off the table, and move forward. Next roll is a 9, 5, 4. That's going to pay us 35. And I'm going to power press that. Make that 75. I think I'm getting greedy. Next roll is an 8, 6, 2. Shoo! That 6 hit and that one other die just kept rolling and rolling and rolling and finally fell on the 2. I was like, oh, thank goodness. All right, so that's going to pay us 105. I'm going to collect that. There is no debate about that. Now I'm fully covered with where I originally started because I had 85 and now I've got $110 there. So our initial buy-in is covered. The rest of what we have on the table is profit. Next roll is a 9 right back. All right, again, we're going to see 105. There is 105. Now what I'll do is I will 4, 5, 9, and 10 are all up to $100. Okay. And then I will collect that nickel right there. All right, so our 2, 3, 11, and 12 are still at $15 each. My 4, 5, 9, 10 are at 100. My 6 and 8 are at 90. Here we go. We have a 6, 4, 10. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, let's drop them $1 or $5. That's going to pay us 200. And yes, I am collecting that skill. I'm not. I'm not totally a glutton for punishment. I got to get that collection. All right, here we go. Next roll is okay. They are going to call that. I don't know. You guys can't see it. The one die got stuck on the mat here, right on the edge. It's a 6-2 easy 8. That's going to pay us 105. And again, that's the first hit I've gotten on that. So I'm just going to collect that because now I'm almost at the point where I'm fully at a printing station where I'm going to get $100 per roll. Next roll we get 7, 4, 3. Okay. I am not upset by that. Should I have regressed there or reset? Maybe. You know, I wouldn't be upset if somebody was like, no, you should have dropped back down to the quarter level all the way across and then restarted. I can't dispute that because that probably would have been the better move. But there is $415. And remember, I started with 85. So I got a profit of $330. I'm not upset by that. As long as I could get that to happen in a casino, then I'd be even happier. All right, so let's do a count. We started off with $600, so there's 2 and 4, 5, 600. There's 75, 91. So we're at 691, so we're up $91 in total. Not bad. What would you guys suggest as a different method that I could possibly do that could kind of get me where I need to go when it comes to playing crapless craps? I haven't done horrible. but I really haven't won a whole lot either. And well, I guess you could say, well, you haven't lost any, so you're really a big winner. I can agree with that logic, if you will. Sorry, a little parched tonight. So I think what I'll do is let me get my money off the table. And there we go. I'm going to try. No, I'm not going to do that. I was thinking about the $100 level on the Iron Cross, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do quarters on the extreme. Let's try that again. And a quarter on my pass line. Actually, go with $100 on my pass line. So that's the bankroll is what now? Oh, we started off with 600 at the very beginning skill. So I've got $691 currently. So I'm up 91. All right, here we go. Come out roll is a 1, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 is our point. Now I'm going to add a quarter to the field, and that's where I'll stop. Next roll, we get aces. Ah, nice. Okay, there's a quarter, or excuse me, that's $50 down there, and I get $150 here. I got to drop them a $1 vig. Aces, I love it. That actually just took us completely out of the hand because that's $200 I got there. I got $225. We're just going to bank all that, and now we can start playing. That was a beautiful hit. All right, next roll we get. There is a 1, 4, 5. All right, so we lose the field. And I'm going to come right back onto it. I figure doing the field bet like this is a minimal risk, but one that could possibly work out for me if I get numbers like this, a 6, 3, 9. All right, so that's going to go up to my 9, and I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to, as I get hits from now on, move them up onto my place bets. Next roll we get a hard 8. All right. Here's the sticky point that, you know, I keep losing that on the field because of my 5, 6, 8, but I don't want to put a whole bunch of extra money on the table. We'll just do it like that. Next roll is, we get a 3, 1, 4. That's the point. Yay! Nice. I like it. All right, so there's $100 for that. Plus I get 25 for that. Okay, I'll just put the $100 back here. That covered, well, no, I need to put it here. That way I can tabulate it at the end. I got a quarter for the 4, so the 4 is going to go right there. Turn the puck off. Now, I think I'm only... can you try to roll in the upper right corner around the 12? Yeah, I can do that, Stefan. I can do that, for sure. All right, so let me move these chips here. Move this down. Okay. And I think I'm going to take the 100 off the pass, and I'm going to drop it down to a quarter just to kind of preserve a little bit of that money off of the table. Hey, not a problem, Stefan. As long as you guys are able to see, that's my biggest thing. All right, here we go. Next roll. This is the come out. We get a 2, 3, 5. I think you saw that. I don't know. We get a 5 as the point. We lose our field bet. And I'm just going to put another bet on the field. Yes, you can see it. Awesome. Awesome. I just saw the roll. All right, here we go. Next roll. We get a hard 6. All right, so again, we lose out here. You know what? I lost enough on those 3 numbers. I'm just going to go ahead and cover them. And put another quarter on the field. That way I get a little bit of protection. Okay, here we go. Next roll we get a 7. Damn it. All right. But we did get our money off the table for the $200. So let's see where we're at now. I just want a quick count. We've got 2, 4, 6, 55. All right, so we lost a little bit. We got $55 in profit. Let me chuck those down to the other end. All right, so I'm gonna get $100 in reds. And one more. So there's $100. And I'm going to get $100 in greens as well. Okay. We're going to go $15 pass line, and we're going to go with the come bet. And I'm also going to sprinkle in the field bet, especially here at the start. So we'll go come bet action. See if we can't splash our toes into this. Here's our come out roll. We get a 10, 6-4. All right, so we get a quarter for that. We'll mark our point. And now I'll put 15. And my earnings I'll put right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm setting it off to the side. Okay, here we go. Next roll we get a 4-1-5. All right, so we'll take that, put a quarter on it, and we lose our field. And I'll cover the field again. Okay. Next roll, we get a 9. Okay, perfect, 6-3-9. So we get a quarter for the field. I'm supposed to have a come. I put the come up onto the 9, and I'm just going to use what I got from the field to cover the 9. Now let me get another 15 for the field. Please yell at me if I forget that. I want you to go crazy, then play 440 inside with all outside numbers with $25. Mwahaha. Oh, okay. Okay, so 440 on the inside, the 5 through 9, I'm assuming, and then $25 on the 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, and 12. Am I reading that right, Skill? Next roll we get a 9, 5-4. Okay, awesome. So we get paid a quarter on the field. We also get paid, what is that? It is a 50 plus 15 on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a quarter on the 9 and a quarter on the 5 and take $40 and collect that. So I currently have 50, 60, $5 that I've recouped off of the table. Okay. Our next roll we get a 5-3-8. Okay, so I'm going to lose the field. Put that right there. Put a quarter on the odds. Put another quarter on the field. After the point is resolved. Okay. Works for me. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3. I get paid a quarter down there. Oh, guys, remind me. Come bet, because that's the method we're trying here. Put another 15 out. And let's see. So I've got the 5, 8, 9, 3, 5, 8, 9 covered. Next roll we get. Oh, that bounced off way bad. 8. Okay. It's a 5, 3, 8. So I lose this quarter, but I make, what is that? $30 on top and then 15 on the bottom. I'm going to take that 30 and I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to collect that 15. And obviously the come bet from it stays because I've got the 15 there, which allows it to stay up there. Okay, here we go. Next roll is a yo 11. Awesome. Oh, I forgot to put money on the field. Dang it. All right. Because I would have been able to use what I earned from the field to cover my 11 odds. All right, next roll is easy 10, 6-4, and that's the point. All right, I wish I would have had $400 back there, but I didn't. All right, so I got $15 plus I've got $25 from the field. I'll collect those. I'm gonna put my collection back here. That way I've got access to my money. Now we'll turn the point off. 15 comes up here, and I'm gonna cap it. And the only thing working is the field bet and the pass line bet. Here's our next roll. We get a Yo 11. Awesome. All right, so we get a quarter from that. Puck goes on to the 11. Now this cannot stay on the 11, so this will come off, but I get paid $15 for hitting that. I don't get paid on the 25, I just get paid on the 15, and then I get this back. All right. But I can go ahead and put that quarter right there, or actually even better yet, I'm gonna put it right there. That's the smart move. All right, here we go. Next roll, we get a 2-3-5. That is just fine by me. All right, so we're gonna get paid 35 on the front. We'll get paid 50 for the odds and 15 for the come. Put that to 50 right there, and I'll just collect the rest of it. Okay, that's just a little pressure, just to keep action moving. Next roll we get a big red, 6-1. Okay. So I win 15 there, lose that, and then lose the rest. I don't know about you, that just did not feel very satisfying. Yes, we lost, but not because we lost. It just did not feel as lucrative. And it wasn't. We lost some money off of that. Okay. So you wanted 440 on the inside. So you want it to look like this. And 5. Okay, so 440 on the inside, 100 on 5 and 9, 120, 6 and 8, 25 on all the other numbers, 440 inside. Okay, well, I don't have enough to cover all the other numbers. Well, wait a minute, I've got red. There's 25, 50, 75, and 100. So I've got 175. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, and I have a quarter left over. All right, Skill, you're screwing me up. You're either gonna make me a rich man, I'm gonna be smiling at the end of this, or I'm gonna be cursing you to the heavens. That is literally everything I have. We're down to the felt. Here we go. It's a 4-2-6. All right, so the point is 6. Now, Skill, can I drop that $100? Drum roll. Can I drop the $100 down behind the pass line odds, or should I leave it right there? I mean, a crapsman will say, you got to put it behind for the odds. Okay, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to put it back on the odds. I get the $20 back. Yes, okay, cool. All right, here we go. Next roll is a 639, 99 Neener. All right, there's 140. I'm just going to collect that. Just going to collect the 140. I'm not going to press. Yes, odds. All right, here we go. Next roll gives us a hard 8. Yes, that's another 140. I'm going to collect that. Feel like I should be playing hard 8s. I've seen that a couple times tonight. Next roll we get aces. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so I got to drop a vig. All right, so thankfully I had change. I got to give them $1. I get 4 back. Now it's paid for. You may regress to 110 inside. Oh, thank you, my master. Thank you for allowing me to regress. All right, so it's aces, 150 coming back. Yeah, he is right. Actually, you want me to go to 110 on the inside? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. All right, so. And then I'm gonna, should I leave that $100 there on the pass line odds because I kind of earned that? Or should I put the $30 behind on the pass line odds? I mean, the pessimist inside me says put the 30 behind the pass line odds, but the aggressiveness in me says I should just leave that 100 there and leave the 30 on the point right there. See, this is where I begin to waver a little bit. Although I do like odds look like 30. Okay. Now, obviously, if the dice weren't working for us, that could have been very disastrous. But it worked out for us, so I'm not going to be cursing skill tonight. All right, here we go. Point is 6. Our roll is a 10. That's a 6-4 easy 10. All right, so I need to drop them $1 for 50. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're actually up. All right, so I'm going to put a quarter on the 4 and the 10, make them 50 each. So the next hit will be $100. Next roll is, that's a 2-4 easy 6. I guess I should have left that 100 there, skill. Yeah, I did one action. All right, so on the $6 there, we get paid, what is that, 36? Is that right? Because you get paid $6 for every 5. We've got 6 5s there. 6 and 6 is 36, so yeah, 36. 35, 36, and then a quarter for the front. And then turn the puck off. Yeah, that's the math. You got your adrenaline. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's bank that. And then let's work on the come outs. Well, we're not working. Yeah, every 5 wins 6. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, here we go. Our roll is a 3, 4, 7. Hey, I'm okay with that. We win a quarter off of the pass line. And now we do have another come out roll. Here we go. We get a 1, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm going to put the 50 onto the 6 and I'll throw them 2 nickels. Because remember, all of that's paid for. That's all paid for. And I'm going to put a quarter. No, I'm going to make it $50 for the pass line odds on the 4. I want to take advantage of that extreme if I can hit it. Here we go. Roll is a 2, 4, 6. Easy 6. That's going to pay me 70. So I'm going to make the 6 90. And the 8 will be 60. And collect 10. Easy peasy. Where'd my other die go? Oh, right there. Huh. Odds 25. Okay, all good. Yeah. Well, see, I had $50 on the 4 before I moved it over to the, what was it, the 6. And so I just wanted to keep it at $50 because that's what I had up on the table. There is a 2, 3, 5. That's going to pay us 35. I'm going to kick it up to 75. I'm going to power press it. Half press. No, you be quiet. I did a power press. I didn't just do a press. I did a power press. 5, 1, 6. See, I power pressed that 6 and look what happened. I get paid $105. Haha. How you like that, skill? 105. I'll make this 8, 70 or 90 now. And I've got $75 left. I'm going to go. All right, so my 5 is at 75, so my 9 is at 75, and I will collect 25. Just a little pressure. A little pressure. Actually, a lot of pressure. Little collection. Little collection. Next roll we get a 549. See, I just pressed that too. That pays us 105. Okay, so now I'm going to make my 10 and 4, 75. And then my 5 and 9, I'm going to bump up to 100 each. Or make it them each 100. No collection that time. But we're getting built up for that big collection. Which we'll get right here. No, we will not. Oh, crap. I don't remember what that 5 is for. That's a 617, big red. Okay, you can laugh at me now. I told you to slow down. Don't put all your money out at once. You're going to lose it. Then you're going to go home crying. It's paid for, so you can't make a wrong decision unless you press too much. Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 750. There's 775, 825, 835, 839. So hey, $239. We're up. And remember, we were completely all in on that hand. All in. I was down to the felt, didn't have a penny to my name, and yeah, so we got out of that and made some money. I tell you what, I'm pretty satisfied with this run overall. I think the biggest thing is I liked what you did there, Skill, when we went with that 440 on the inside. Yes, that was scary because I had another $150 on the outside, which made it $590 plus. I had the $25 on the pass line. Yeah, that was scary. I'm not gonna lie. But fortunately, with a little bit of discipline and getting the money off of the table after those couple of hits, it really allowed us to move into Profitville. We could have made more. I could have regressed in a second time. Like when I got the 5 and 9 up to $100, I could have regressed it back down. But at that point, like you had said, we were playing with the house money. And so you really can't make a wrong decision except for digging into this initial $600 that I bought in for. So even if I would have broke even at 600 after that roll, I would have been completely happy with that because I was down to the felt. And now we get to go home with a profit. So we're here towards the end of my stream. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity if anybody had any questions or wanted to know anything about me specifically, just take the last couple minutes of our stream. I have to also, as I wait for a question, if one comes in, I want to express my gratitude for everybody who has taken time out of their day to watch my videos and to subscribe to my channel. I was secretly hoping that I would get a lot of movement on this and be able to grow it into a community. And we are starting to do that. And I'm going to put down in the comments in this video, and I'm putting them down in every video now. We now have a Discord channel where I'm inviting everybody in my community. Hey, Stefan, thank you. I appreciate that. Be sure to check out our Discord channel. The invite is going to be in the pinned, and then also at the same time, it's going to be on every video in the description of it. So go ahead and join us over on Discord. We're talking craps, showing off our biggest wins, and just having, are you from Canada or the US? Actually, I'm from the US, Stefan. I'm from the city just outside of Kansas City, which hence is the KC in KC Craps. KC stands for Kansas City. So I'm right in the middle of the Midwest, just playing the game that I really enjoy. And thank you to all of you guys who watch the videos. Join our Discord. Let's have some fun and really create a community and share our big wins and maybe some of our successful strategies. And who knows, you could see them on here. Montreal. Hey, I have several fans that live up in Canada, or not fans, friends. I guess they could be fans too. But yeah, I have several friends that live up. I've been to Toronto. I was given a big opportunity I used to be a photographer, sports photographer on top of that, and I got to travel with the Harlem Globetrotters. I actually traveled with them specifically 3 months straight. I was the team operation sports photographer and crowd photographer, so it was a pretty cool, neat experience. I never got to go to Montreal. But I did get to go up to Toronto, and anytime you go up into Canada and enjoy it, you should. Although I was there in the dead of winter when amongst one of the largest ice storms in Toronto's history, but that's okay. We made it in there. We made it out. We got out in and out safe. So Canada's a beautiful place. If you get an opportunity to go up and visit, I highly recommend it. Same for around here. There are a lot of really nice places in the Kansas City area, and hopefully one day we'll be able to show more than just my table when we're playing craps. I would love to take you guys into a casino sometime and play some casino games and get it recording. But it's a process, and so we just keep plugging away here at home, entertaining all you folks here on Tuesday nights and the videos. I've got a really good video coming out this week. Tomorrow night, I'm showing my mom how to play craps. So it's a lengthy video because, as you can imagine, the first half hour is her asking questions and we're working through it. So be sure to join us for that tomorrow night. Friday night, I've got Skills, big famous Skills 66 method that we're using to demonstrate on Friday. And I don't remember what our video is on Sunday. Hey, thanks, Skill. I appreciate it. Yeah, our Skill 66 is going to be on Friday, so be sure to check that out. Meanwhile, we'll have shorts every day. We're streaming here on Tuesdays. Join us in our Discord channel. I'd love to see you there, chat with you, and kind of hang out and talk about our big wins. But in the meantime, that's all the time we have for today. Again, thank you very much for your time. You guys have a fantastic night.